Hey there, X Society. We're continuing our binge of The Punisher, the Netflix series that is now on Disney Plus. We're watching episode 6 of season 2, Nakazat, which is Russian for punish. And this episode, I thought it was a good episode for driving forward a few major plot points, but I felt like we slowed down a little bit again. Like, we lost a little bit of the momentum that we had from episode 5, which I was excited about, which kind of built on, episode 3. So I feel like 3 and 5 were really strong. Episode 4 dropped the momentum. This episode, I feel like just kind of plateaued, but it was fine. So we got more on the Billy Russo storyline and Dr. DuPont. They end up actually having this weird kiss at the end, which I think we kind of expected to happen. There's more interaction at Billy with the crew of the guy that he meets at the bar and other vets. He gets one of those guys in trouble, actually. And other things that were interesting in this episode. Frank's decision, he captures the head of our Russian mob family, the operative tied to the photos that Amy uncovered. And, he learns information, but he also makes a key decision. So the images are of David Schultz, who is the heir to an influential political family. And it's more or less him kissing a dude at a funeral. This part I find a little bit unbelievable because it's I feel like, look, if you're from a family that's important enough to have people photographing you possibly, which I feel like they know, you don't kiss at a funeral if you're closeted gay. You know what I mean? I feel like there's more obvious places where they could be caught versus the funeral, but whatever. I also suspend my disbelief on that. So that's key information, and then that leads to eventually the Schultzes coming around and, more or less taking down the Russian guy at the end anyway. But Frank makes the decision not to kill this guy because, he hears that he has a daughter, a 17-year-old daughter. Frank puts himself in the man's shoes, and he walks away. And I think that's partly because Amy's rubbing off on Frank, and Amy's no longer going by the Rachel alias. She's Amy, and she from the beginning, and she mentions how at the start of the episode, despite this guy that is more or less making grotesque videos of children in compromising positions, this is kind of this random dude that they are trying to punish. She says it might be past the line just to shoot him there. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I think that the Punisher is getting a little bit of his heart softened. But overall, I think this was an okay episode for driving forward a lot of plot progression. We learned a lot about several major things that are going on this season, and we're about halfway through. Next episode will be number 7, and we'll be doing the review on Turtle TV as always. I'm Misha. We're out.